my god. All right, guys, welcome back to the Alt Tab Podcast, episode 2 of our return. If you guys haven't listened to the previous episode, please go listen. I know Becca hasn't listened yet. You fucking liar. No, I thought I was gonna go record. She's like, wait, I haven't listened the first time. I'm like, you better go listen. It's been out for a while. It's been out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you haven't listened by now, wow.
What are you doing?
L girlfriend, what the fuck? But yeah, we're recording. We're recording now. It's been 2 weeks since our last episode, which is pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna talk. We haven't talked in a while.
2 weeks?
Yeah. Other than D&D.
Yeah.
Which that's so much.
Which we did last night. So
much yesterday, bro. Oh my god.
So much what?
I feel like so much happened yesterday.
Yeah, it's it is crazy. Like,
yeah.
I actually had a lot of fun with that episode. I think that was one of my best like RP experiences. Like being able to play a character and like like playing.
Ravine was stoked.
Yeah, he was. I definitely feel like even though it was a lore dump, it was a lot of information that you guys gathered, but it's like I was able to connect the dots that you guys didn't have with Morden Kanan. Especially with that Tome of Strahd revealing that like you guys could go into the book if you guys wanted to. I figured Squiddy's not gonna, because I told Squiddy that he knew that you could go inside that book. And I did talk to him previously about it to let him know that you can. And I was like, you go ahead and choose whenever you want to do that. But just let me know ahead of time so that way I can make something like the maps and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, this was before he turned into. This is before you guys fought Baba Lysaga.
He's known a long time ago. What the fuck? Yeah. He knew for that long?
I mean, he's known since he's gotten the tome.
Yeah.
But yeah, since before Baba Lysaga, we were talking about it, and he started reading it. That's when he spent the first 4 hours while you guys were walking.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, just so you know, I was like, you can go in alone, but if you die, you're stuck in there. And it's the moment you start like reading it and you like get sucked in, it takes whoever's in within 30 feet. So I was like, we can do it. Shit. Just it's gonna be a surprise for everybody else unless you tell them.
Yeah.
But he never brought it up. And so I was like, I don't think he's ever gonna bring it up, so I'll just have Morden Kanan just did you know that you can enter this?
I didn't know that. Bro knew the whole time.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It's so nice to play D&D.
You'd love that shit.
Dude, it's crazy that it's like 3-4 years since I've started with D&D, but like it's become one of the biggest things in my life. Whether it's just like watching it or playing it, like I've grown to appreciate it so much. And even though this is only our second campaign, it's the first one that I've DM'd. The second one that we've had in total. I mean, there was that. I also did a one shot as well, so. And I guess the live one. So maybe I've DM'd a couple. But yeah, it just means so much. And I hope that we can continue like going forward with it. If not, then it sucks. But
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of assuming, like, I don't want to assume, but I'm going to do it anyways. I feel like we might lose some people based on how things are going right now. I hope not, but like there's a few people that are like unfortunately like very checked out, and it's not, I'm sure they want to play, but there's always like outside factors that play into it, and people are busy. So I mean, honestly, like if we lose people, I mean, I'm still down to play. Like I don't think that should halt the whole campaign, but
Yep.
yeah, I mean that's fun. I mean, I'm obviously not as into it as you guys are. Like you guys are like fucking locked in. Like I mean, Wrath, like whenever he has free time, I just always see him on Baldur's Gate. So
Mm-hmm.
same thing with Squiddy. Like he's going through some stuff, but he's always on Baldur's Gate. But yeah, I guess for me, like my relationship with D&D, I don't necessarily think about it all the time. It's just kind of like one of those things where like I get to play every week, and yeah, it's like a weird escape for me. Like although I don't think about it or I don't like look forward to it as much as you guys do, whenever I do play, I'm just like I feel like I'm just in a different place, and I don't know, I'm always like having a good time, which is something I've come to realize recently, and it surprised me a lot. I'm like, wow, when I'm playing D&D, I'm like not thinking about all of the shits that's happening IRL.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that intentionally, but I'm just like I just get sent to a different place. So yeah, it's kind of therapeutic, honestly.
That's
uh
good.
it's way different than when I'm playing like a game with people. Because when I'm playing a game with someone, I'm still like in a different place, but I have like that thing lingering at the back of my mind, like all like the turmoils and shit that everyone goes through. But when I play D&D, I'm just like, I guess that makes sense because I'm playing a whole new character. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that's pretty cool. That's the one thing I've taken away from D&D that I enjoy every week.
I can see that. I mean, yeah, you get to play a different character, and that character in themselves have whole different turmoils going on
Yeah,
in their said life. Um, but yeah, I can see that, and you have done well, like growing into that fact of like playing your character. I think like when it came before, like in Tomb of Annihilation, not saying like you didn't play your character, but it would feel like it honestly felt like when we first started playing, like you necessarily didn't care, like to play, like you were just kind of playing to play, kind of
I was like,
situation.
I gotta play this for fucking Jacob.
That's what it kind of felt
Honestly,
like, and
yeah, I was like, and I'm like, that's completely fine.
and
I was
then
in it.
and then it got to that point to where we almost died in Tomb of Annihilation. Our characters almost died, and I think
I
that like,
died.
well, yeah, you died because you died, but I'm talking about remember with that mage that stole the cube from us,
Yeah,
and like that was the first time where we were just like,
yeah,
oh snap, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And you even said it. You were like, that was the moment that I actually thought we were going to die. And he's like,
I
I started caring about my
legit. I
character.
was like, I'm gonna fucking die, dude.
Yeah, and so I think at that point it was like a turning point for you. I started noticing differently, like how you started playing
Yeah,
your character and things like that. And then the beholder took you, and then that was crazy. But
yeah. My first character as well. Like, I really played it. It was honestly a direct reflection of how I am, like in real life. And that was kind of good and bad because like I would kind of wear my heart on my sleeve whenever I play a session. So when like certain things like would kind of get to me or like trigger me, I would feel that in person. So that was not good, but I mean it was a good like learning experience to try to not do that. I know like every character anyone makes, it's kind of like a fraction of who they are. And it's like, like a path that they like a different path of their personality. Um, So yeah, I mean, Mordai was fun to play towards the end. I really got the groove, and then I retired him, and now I'm playing Shin,
yes,
which has been great. That's Shin has been like honestly like a complete detachment from who I am as a person. So I think that's also why I'm able to enjoy it more. When I play him, I'm just not myself. I'm just like a different person. So
yeah.
it's good. It's
But
been good.
like you said, hopefully we can continue. There might be some people that check out. Um, but it would continue the story of your guys' current characters, and then be able to retire them. It'd be the first time to get your guys' characters to 20, and then retire them and do
If we
whatever campaign you guys
survive.
next. Yeah, that's true. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's that map that I was working on.
Oh yeah, you've been cooking on that.
Yeah, with that one, I'm for sure probably going to do it on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
So I've because I've already bought the player's handbook,
Yeah.
the 2024 version. So we'll do 2024 rules, and
Mm-hmm.
then there'll be things that you'll be able to pick and choose from. So once we get to that point and we start knowing like what characters you guys are going to make, I might have to buy certain things,
Yeah.
like certain books, like the Eberron, so that way you can get the Warforged, if you really wanted to be Warforged.
Okay.
But yeah, that way with D&D Beyond, it will give people more of a. I mean, it's still digital, yes, but it's more of a unique D&D experience because
Yeah.
you'll like on a separate tab you have to open up your character sheet. It still is tied to the campaign and like the maps and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
but you'll be able to like click on the character sheet and find your like where your stuff is at, and then like it'll roll for you.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you may have to just roll. But yeah, there's different things that I have like in my head, like rolling for stats for sure. Like I think that'll be good to start off with, so that way, like I talked to you before, but having that
Mm-hmm.
different ups and downs with people's stats, and then
Yeah.
also too, it works out a lot better, I think, when it comes down to feats, because like there's always that huge trade off. Is like, do I want to increase one of my skills or do I
Mm-hmm.
want to take a feat?
Yeah.
And if you roll really well at the beginning, then you have, I can get some feats now.
That's
Um,
true.
and then also rolling for health as well. Um, Luckily enough, D&D Beyond, I tested it. Whenever you do roll, there's like a little, when you manage your health, you put in what you rolled, and then it'll add
Okay.
in your Constitution modifier as well as any other like buffs
Oh.
that you get to your health. You just have to put what you rolled, and then it adds everything else. But yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah. Been thinking about what storylines to do. I have the big bad in my head, and I already have like how I want to have it progress throughout y'all's story. Um, but like the way that it's gonna be perceived, it would be a sandbox, like pretty much like Critical Role. Basically, it's like you guys would create your characters, you give me backstories, and I'll be able to create stories off your backstories to
Mm.
include.
Yeah.
But the way that it's going to be shaped is based on you guys, and I'll be able to.
Mm.
It'll work more on my end of improving and trying to like continue everything going on,
Yeah.
while having that general arc of a campaign story happen in the background while you guys are doing your things. You guys will be able to explore the world that I created and go through and do everything. So
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Um, yeah, that map is huge, dude. I mean, you haven't even finished it, but every time you send me a snippet and I look at my phone, I'm like, damn, my phone's lagging. Because it's so huge. And then you zoom in, there's like so much detail. That's crazy
yeah,
what you can do with those maps. I didn't know
yeah,
you could do all that.
yeah. I got that program Wonder draft, and I started using that, and I'm able to change the scale. There's a little like scale marker that I put on the map, and when I make that marker, and I use like I can use a ruler to basically see how many miles apart from
Mm.
it. So it's like from one city to another, it might be 100 miles. I think from one end,
Right.
from one capital to the other capital up north, it's like 500 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's like when you do play and travel happens, it may take 5 or so days for you to travel to a new place. And so it's like
Damn.
obviously the rolls will be quick. I started again taking it from Critical Role. I've already watched 78. I'm on the 78th episode of season 2,
Yeah.
campaign 2 for them. But just seeing what they do, it's nice that whenever they are like traveling, he's like roll a perception check, who's going to keep watch kind of
Yeah.
situation, and then whatever happens happens. And I'm trying to incorporate that more when we played these last 2 sessions. Um, so that way it gives you all more of a role play. And then
Mm-hmm.
trying to describe more things as well. It's one of the things that I lack, is being able to describe things like that you see and stuff happening. It's one thing that I want to work on, so that way it's more of a theater of mind where you have to think about the stuff, and I'm able to describe everything. I should have done a lot better with Morton Kanan's mansion, so that way you guys can like visualize everything. Because I only give you guys like subtle like visuals to be able to see. Hopefully, you guys were able to see the mansion and like picture yourself at a dining room table or in a library, or you
Yeah.
know, things like that. But yeah, D&D, man.
Describing stuff is so hard. It takes me back to like my fourth grade descriptive writing, where you have to use like all the vocabulary to describe like this one thing. I'm just
Mhm.
like, so I take out my katana and I aim it vertically, and it's just like, sometimes when you're bad at describing, I feel like it gets too wordy, and then you're saying too much just for like a tiny action. And then when I see people that are really good at describing, they're choosing like the right words, and it just like I guess when someone's good at describing, you can see it when they say it.
Yeah,
When I'm saying it, I feel like I see it so clearly in my head, but when I say it, it's like, you know how like you see like a really cool drawing and then you try to replicate it and it looks so cool in your head, and then when you do it, it looks like a fucking pencil. Like you
yeah.
just draw a circle and two dots and a smiley face. That's what I sound like. Or that's what I think I sound like. Yeah, dude, it's just so hard. I think I just need to like maybe go a little bit slower, but sometimes I just panic. Like yesterday when you're like, "Hey, describe your room." I'm like, "Yeah, I have a room full of closets." I'm like, "What the fuck am I saying?" Like in my drawer, I have a lot of closets. I was like, "What the fuck am I saying?" Because like I visualize it and then I try to say it and then it just like comes out in jumbles. But yeah, man, descriptive talking is like, it's a skill. It's truly a skill.
And that's probably something that I should have done from the beginning, is to have you guys describe more things instead of me doing it all. Because like it's a story that we're working together, and like you
Yeah,
guys should be
that's
able to
hard.
describe. And I mean, with time, if we keep doing this, it might be easier to like be able to say it.
Yeah, it's just
'Cause, like,
practice, I
yeah, it's
think.
totally just practice.
Yeah. Because Ravine's really good at it.
Yeah.
Like when I hear him describe stuff, I can already tell it's like notches ahead of everyone else when they describe stuff. So,
When I
and
was
he's,
describing your fishing scene, could you see it?
what
Like
was my fishing? Like yesterday?
yesterday when you were trying to fish with your sword, and like,
Yeah.
because I had it to where like you had your hand out like this, like you can't see it, but like hand out, and you're just like trying to stab it, and then you stab down. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know how I described it, if that was
So,
actually how.
yeah, that was a good description. Another image I had in my head was I was kind of holding it like a killer, like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I was just like, fucking, yeah,
I think that was like probably the second half. Like the first half,
yeah.
you were like, ah, dang it, and then there's like a montage of you just like,
I crit fail, I chop off one of my toes.
just
Oof.
stab right into your foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing too that I want to start like doing is again describing everything. It's like whenever you do get slashed, it's like, because in D&D, like you take damage just because you get hit and you take 16 damage, and you're just like, ugh. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you got slashed across the chest. Your
Yeah, it's not
armor
just the
is
health
now
bar.
like, yeah. And so I got to start like, because the way I'm starting to picture everyone now, like your clothes are dirty. You guys have not washed your clothes.
Oh,
Like there's mud, there's blood stain caked on there. Like your
yeah.
Haori is probably ripped and tattered at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's but yeah, I think the reason why I think so much about D&D is because one, trying to make it fun for everybody, because I do feel like everyone's just doing this because I asked them to do it. Um, and so I do like it. It does feel like a weight on my shoulders, because like I just want them to have fun, Like I know that they only did this for me, but then I want them to be able to like take away, like I do like D&D, and like I do want to keep doing it because now it's something that I truly enjoy. Um, I know Squiddy, he was like, thank you. He told me one time, he's like, thank you for asking thank you for asking me to play D&D. Like it's totally changed like my life. Not necessarily those words per se, but he's like, I
It's
never
good.
really
It's good comments. I never fucking said that, dude.
right. He did say though he like I
No,
don't want to
I,
put
no,
words into his
I,
mouth, but
no,
like
I can
he did
definitely
say
see him
thank you.
saying that. Yeah,
Um, he's like, I don't think I ever would have gotten to D&D if you never asked me.
uh,
And
I
so
definitely wouldn't have. No, I think. I mean, yeah, everyone's playing because you asked, but we're also playing because we want to. Like I think you would see a very clear sign if like doing something for someone that you'd love is like I feel like it comes naturally at times, but then you can kind of like see in between the lines of like, oh, they're probably not enjoying this process. They're just kind of doing it for me. But I don't know how you see it when we interact with D&D, but I mean, I can definitely tell like Ravine's like really in it.
yeah.
Um, Same thing with Wrath. Like he always tells me like he wants to play the game. He's just so tired. And then I mean, you already know where Squiddy's at. Um, and then I mean, yeah, your fiance, she seems to be enjoying it every time. And I mean, I just told you it's like a weekly like therapeutic escape for me because I've taken on more stuff lately. And then Sunson's just there, dude.
Yeah.
I think
I try
Sun's
to get some
okay. Sunson, I think he's actually just there for you. Like D&D's like kind of like a secondary thing for him, and I think
Mhm.
he's just there for you for D&D or for you. Yeah,
Yeah, I do think so with that. But then also too, I think he kind of likes it.
yeah.
You
I
know what I mean?
mean,
I think
he's
I think he likes to be able to
yeah,
hang out with everybody.
yeah,
That's also another side part because I mean, like he could easily just not show up, because he doesn't say anything
100%.
throughout the week, and then it's like he knows at that time to be like, it's Friday, I gotta go, and it's like,
Yeah.
and he's like, hey, I'm sorry, I have to leave. I got a tournament tomorrow. I gotta leave early, but I will stay for this portion. But I gotta leave. So it's like, yeah, I do feel like he is, like you said, yes, but I think there's a little part of him that may enjoy it.
Well, yeah, it's like you do something enough to the point where you just start to resent it, or you find your own enjoyment in it. And I think he's starting to find it somewhere in between. Like, like he may not roleplay as much, but whenever like people insert themselves in certain situations, like you can kind of see him like riffing off of it and making jokes. And
Mm.
then yeah, I'm like I can obviously see like he's finding his enjoyment somewhere. So
Yeah,
I think that's good. Playing something, you don't have to find the core enjoyment of what you're supposed to enjoy. There's always like fine lines and everything. So
yeah. I'm trying to find a way to incorporate him more when it comes to like playing the story, and so
yeah.
it's like, yeah, I
I
think
think
adding
it's
in those he was pooping in the forest, uh, and like the noises and stuff
yeah,
like
that's
that, and
gross.
having you all roll, and then him making the fire, and it's like I knew that he had a tinder box in his inventory, but I purposely said that he didn't have a tinder box because he forgot.
Mm,
Because he didn't tell me that he had
no,
it. I
he
knew he
didn't.
did. He didn't tell me, and then he was like, "Oh, I did have one." And so there's that scene to where he gets handed one. He's like, "I puts it in his pocket and uses it."
Yeah. I totally forgot I had a fire interaction with Uthal. I was like, I taught him how to use fire.
Yeah, you
Uh,
had a flame technique that you had,
I
and
did. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
because you have the
Man,
light cantrip because you learned it from
yeah,
Ambrose.
I did. I still have that shit. I think about it. I think about using it every session. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this.
Well, you got to be able to see, just pop it up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah,
Like a motherfucker.
yeah. There's just little things. I'm still trying to like call back to things that happened in the beginning of the episodes, and just trying to make more moments, I guess, role playable. Because I have noticed that like I think you guys enjoy battling is fun. I think you all enjoy the role play a lot more, and also too, it kind of gets people talking because there is some that are just kind of quiet the entire time. And
Yeah, I mean, I think there's flavor in both. Honestly, like for Sansan, I think he is now starting to enjoy battling a little bit more than RPing because like he gets those fucking mega chain kills. He's like, should I do it again? I should do it, huh? It's funny he asks us every time, like, you can do whatever you want, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, should I roll it? Should I roll my security dice? I don't know. Rudy's just like, just fucking do it.
At least he's starting. He's really starting to know his character. I think he definitely likes Uthal a lot more than Avelios. Even though Avelios allowed him to roleplay a little bit more because he was trying to catch dinosaurs.
Yeah. That was something that he did. He latched onto that quick.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I can sell them."
Yeah.
He's like, "I gotta get dinosaurs," and then he didn't keep his pet alive, the one that I caught for him.
Wasn't there like a little snake that someone put in like their pocket? Yeah,
I put it in a pouch and I gave it to him, and he had it, and he would like feed it, and he'd go give it water,
and it was just there the whole, and he died.
And then it died because he was gone for so long. He was gone because he had he couldn't come on Saturdays.
No.
And so when we finally rescued him in the Fane, it was dead in the bag.
Jesus.
He also had that dinosaur that he bought, Dave or some shit like that.
Didn't he try to tame like a
Triceratops?
Did he try to tame what was the thing that he would try to do, like animal friendly thing, or he was trying to like
animal friendship?
He's trying to train something, and then it died eventually.
Oh yeah,
you're like, since I'm gonna tell you the progress like every time you do it.
It was that bird.
Yeah,
what did he call
I don't
know. We found it right after Camp Vengeance across the river. There was that shrine where we got the alchemy jug.
Yeah, I remember.
We fought a bunch of goblins or some type of people there, but yeah, he got it, and I forgot what he called it.
I don't remember.
But it got squished on the bridge by the stone golem. Remember when everyone fell off the bridge?
Yep.
Yeah, and it had inventory on it, and it just got smashed.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Maybe that's why you stopped animal friendly stuff. It just all died.
I do hope that I get to play another character. Going back through and like talking about it, it's fun.
Playing characters, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. I can't. It's been 4 years already. What the fuck?
No, we've already. It's been 3 for us.
It's been 3. Oh my god.
Or going on 3, I believe. 2.5 right now. Because I started watching D&D, I think a year before we actually played.
Sheesh.
Because I was still working from home when I started watching D&D.
Yeah.
And towards the tail end is when we started, and then
those are the days, dude, when you're working from home. I had nothing to do. I was just gaming all day. Damn.
Well, early COVID.
Early COVID days. Yeah. COVID fucked me, dude. COVID fucked everyone.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, there was that portion of people that just
I feel like I lost a year.
Year, dude? That was like 3 years.
I feel like I lost so many years. I feel like I didn't develop for 3 years.
I feel like I'm not 33 and I should be 30.
Right? Yeah.
There's 3 years that just went by.
I lost a part of myself. But out of COVID, that's when I think that's when I got together with Becca. So I guess there's always that silver lining.
It's give and take.
Yeah, give and take. And then it's funny, that's when my parents' business was like probably the best it's ever been. Because my parents had to get certified to do BioShield, which is like medical grade disinfectant. So like fucking every business that we used to work with just like called us and they're like, we need to get this thing like disinfected like every day. I mean, we were like super busy, but it was good money for a while.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm getting off track. That's D&D, folks. You should try it
That
out.
is D&D. If you get a chance, if you can't play it, always watch it. You can always pay someone to be a DM for you on readyplay.com or something like that.
Pro DMs.
Yeah. Or just people that like the DM. They might not be pros in general, but just to have a DM to play, you can go on there, and I think it's like some people charge like $15 a session. You just pay them and play.
It's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
You would think they would take hourly, but they don't.
Per session.
Damn.
You would think, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's an hourly basis work.
Yeah. I think because with those ones they play modules, so a lot of the work is already done for them, and they don't necessarily have to go through and like craft everything. But get a chance, try out D&D. It's fun, and if you get to watch it, hopefully you find the group that works for you to be able to watch. I'm not going to say try Critical Role at Dimension 20, but because there's so many out there that you can watch.
Yeah, start. You know what? If I do have advice, I mean, I hardly watch it still because I don't know, dude. It's so hard. But like the best accidental way I've got into like Critical Role or Mighty Nine, was just from TikTok clips. Like they would have those like top 5 listicles, and it would just be like on TikTok or YouTube Short, be like top 5 Critical Role moments, and you just get into it. You like certain like the cast members. I really have to get into the cast members, otherwise I just can't fucking watch it. It's so hard. But
yeah, I'm starting to realize more and more who these cast members voice in certain things. Like Liam, who plays the mage Caleb, he voices in Marvel Rivals. He voices Doctor Strange. And then Travis Willingham voices Thor.
Oh, shit. I don't know that.
Yeah. Voices Thor. And then also, too, I didn't know Caleb voices... he voices inside of World of Warcraft. He voices Illidan, Stormrage.
Damn.
Yeah, and Taliesin Jaffe, Darian Morgraine, World of Warcraft. So I did not know that.
Small world.
Yeah.
That's the world of voice acting, though. Everyone does everything.
That is true.
The one person does everything.
You got Laura Bailey, who's like in all these different big end games for PlayStation, Uncharted. You got Last of Us, and
that's crazy.
Ashley Johnson as well.
Yeah, I mean, voice actors, they're like the prime people to play D&D, I feel like.
Yeah.
They play so many characters.
Or just theater kids in general.
Theater kids,
like
yeah.
Theater kids.
Anyone that just acts in general.
Anybody can play it.
Yeah.
But I think to be able to have a show like this, it works well for them because they can just tap into a voice real quick.
Yeah.
Especially, Matt Mercer. Being the DM and being able to have all those voices.
Dude. Like, fuck.
Yeah. That's why they have their own shop. They have their own company, and they got this.
Yeah.
We focus so long on D&D.
Well, yeah,
I apologize.
I'm just thinking, like, I feel like those kind of things, if it really pops off, it just keeps getting better because if you really love D&D, you're just kind of doing your dream job, right? I mean, there's always things that's going to be hard, but like you're just getting paid to play D&D. Damn.
Yeah, I really wish I would have gotten into D&D when I was younger. And being able to do something like this.
Bitcoin, dude. Fuck.
Shit, same.
So I could play something. I could just play and whatever.
There's a website with, speaking of Bitcoin, there's a website of like how much my Bitcoin would be worth today.
Yeah.
And you can go back through to the very first day. Because like if you go too far, it says there's no data available. But I went through and it's like, I forgot exactly what year, 2010, 2011, June, July. I found the earliest date and I put $1. You would have $1 million today.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And that was before Bitcoin dropped. When Bitcoin was like $100,000. If you had $1 back in 2010, and even like a couple cents, I think like 8 cents or some shit like that, Oh no, it was like 10 cents. It would be like $1 million.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
And
Wait,
it's like,
in 2010, if you had,
yeah, because it was worth so much. I think if you put $1 in, it was yeah, it would
wait,
be
if you put $1 in 2010, you would have $1 million right now.
yeah.
Oh my God.
If you just never touched it. And so it's like thinking about it, if you were to put like $500, which is like the minimum I think to start like an investment account, you would have so much money. If you put like $10,000, you'd be a billionaire.
I
But
really
that's
just
the
do.
question.
It's really just doobie luck.
Yeah, that's the big thing though, is that if you did do it in 2010, you put $1,000 in. How long does it take for you to see how much is actually in there before you start taking out of it? You know what I mean? I think by 2014, that was when
Yeah.
it was like $30,000 a Bitcoin. Times that by 1,000, that's $300,000 or some shit like that. If I can think. Oh no, yeah, something like that. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just gambling. Like, I feel like there's so many people that talk about like, there's like patterns in crypto, but I mean, it's all gambling, right? So
yeah,
you win, sometimes you don't.
you're
Um,
at 30 million.
I just got bad RNG. What can I say?
Yeah,
I mean, my parents invest a lot, and they're like, man, if we got into Bitcoin a few years ago, would have been fucking rich.
yeah. I feel like that's just the story of my life. I was always there. It was just too late. You know what I mean? To
Yeah,
do everything,
yeah,
uh, and then or just too early, to be honest. But
yeah. Just like, dude, that helps me
yeah,
sleep at night.
that helps you sleep at night.
No, I mean, really, that's really what it is. I mean, a lot of big wealth. A lot of people just get lucky. I mean, a lot of it is hard work, but a lot of it is luck as well.
You're not wrong.
Um, just gonna talk about something, but I forgot.
I got something. You talked about TikTok earlier.
Yeah.
You want to know something that's been pissing me off lately?
Oh, so it's getting to you too, huh?
Not just
Welcome,
TikTok in general. Like
welcome
I
to
get,
my world.
I get that TikTok itself is a great way get yourself out there, right? You want to become a content creator, easy, 6 seconds, whatever, bam.
Sure.
There are certain trends that shouldn't happen. Like there's a stupid trend going on right now that says, "You want to know my favorite horror movie?" And it's just like some scene that happens from a TV show.
Yeah.
Someone dies, and it's just like when so and so dies, and I'm just like, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, and then also too, why the fuck are you posting a clip of a TV show that is still starting right now, that's still going on, and this
Mm.
episode aired this morning? Like, why would you do that?
Dude, people do it all the time.
And that's what makes me
It's just repost culture.
like. I think people who now reactioners, you guys make videos, fine. That's okay. I think people who just clip TV shows and post them for content on TikTok should be banned. I think
Yeah.
that themselves, like, because you're ruining things and you're posting literal. And this thing, it's like you post the big scenes that happen. Ah,
Yeah.
so mad.
I do see a lot of movie stuff on there.
Like, it's okay if it's an older movie. Like, you want to bring
Yeah.
people to watch like an old movie, fine. But I remember when I was watching Landman, and I would wake up because Landman would come out on Sundays. Now there's some as Sundays in like early morning. I
Right.
would wake up, now I'll go to the bathroom, and because TikTok has now become the culture of when you're on the toilet, you start watching TikTok. And so I'm watching TikTok and I'm scrolling through, and I was like, oh, it's Landman. And I was like, I haven't seen this before. And I was like, oh shit, today's Sunday. And I scroll past it because it's a new scene from the newest episode. And I'm just like, Now, whenever there's a favorite TV show that I'm watching, I cannot be on TikTok, like for the next like 2 days.
Yeah. Well, you're a big spoilers guy. Like you don't like spoilers.
I don't,
Yeah.
and so
I
I
can see
am.
that being triggering.
I am glad that The Walking Dead was big when I was younger and not during the TikTok era,
Hmm.
because
Oh shit, that
boy,
post the shit out of that thing.
yes. And
Yeah.
then it would get ruined because there was just something about The Walking Dead, the fact that there was you didn't know who was going to die. You know, could you imagine Game of Thrones being spoiled on TikTok with how much death
Yeah.
and
That would be
characters die?
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, God, it pisses me off.
Yeah, I guess just on the flip side of that, for me, like I'm not a big proponent of spoilers. Like if spoilers happen, it doesn't really bother me that much. Um, the way I enjoy things, which is funny, is like when things do get spoiled, I get excited to watch it to that point. Like what leading
Mm,
actions caused this climax to happen, and also just reminds me to rewatch shows or watch shows that are currently airing. Like for Solo Leveling, I'm really bad with like week to week watching. Um, when I'm watching Solo Leveling season 2, I'll just miss weeks, and then there would be a clip on TikTok, be like, "Wait, how are they here already?" And then I'm like, "Oh, I missed like 6 episodes." So sometimes I go on TikTok, it just reminds me to watch stuff. But
that's true.
I can definitely see, yeah, it's definitely not fun for spoilers. I mean, dude, like everything just gets reposted. Like even on like just Twitch, right? Like something just happened, and then like it's posted already. I
Yeah,
saw Tim do that shit the other day. He hit a clip and then he would post it like now, and I'm like, wow, that is crazy. You just have to be like on it these
you
days.
have to. Yeah,
Yeah, like a day later is too late. That's like yesterday's news.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh man.
But yes, I hate spoilers. Makes me so mad. Because you're just scrolling. You don't know what video is going
Uh,
to be next. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I know what you mean. Lately, I have been getting a little bit more sensitive to spoilers. I have been enjoying just watching things a little bit more fresh. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Doesn't affect me that much, but I can see it being super annoying.
Yeah, and
Just
like
go not
especially
interested, dude. Take it off your algorithm.
a lot of like movies, because I don't get to go to the movies as much as I used to, and it sucks. I love going to the movies. Um,
Yeah, so
and it's like Marvel films. I don't want to be spoiled with Marvel films. You know?
yeah, that's the
And
one thing I don't want spoilers on.
yeah, and it sucks now. Like I haven't been able to watch Captain America, but again, no one's posted about Captain America on TikTok that I saw.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, the
I
only
never
thing
got
I
anything.
really saw was like the big end fight, but
I didn't even get that. I got zero Captain America
yeah,
stuff. Crazy to think about.
probably out for rent already.
I know in my theater there's still one showing. There's like still like one theater that's showing it.
Yeah,
But
there's some websites
then
that probably have HD shit.
probably. But yeah, that grinds my gears.
Not a feeling on that, dude. Um, I'm unfortunately on K-pop TikTok,
Okay.
and it's just the worst, dude. It's just I love like K-pop, and I also know that I should probably just boycott it for the rest of my life because it is just like the most toxic thing that's ever been created, unfortunately. Like it's great for a lot of, sorry, that maybe that's not the right way to say it. It's
Hot take.
it's not, it's like the best thing and the worst thing that's ever been created. Like at the beginning of like peak, not the beginning, like sure, like the beginning of idols becoming like a superstar in
Is it
Korea.
the fandoms that are like the worst
Yeah, the
part?
fandoms are just, well, and
The
that's the
armies.
thing. The art, yeah, like they call it the it's like a citizen, but they put N in front of it, so they're called. I don't know how to say it, but it's like a specific group in Korea where like anonymous posting is really big in Korea, so like you won't necessarily know who they are. It's like Reddit, right? Like you go on Reddit, you're not gonna know who they are exactly. Um, and that culture is so big, and because of that, it perpetuates this like anonymous posting of just shit posting on everyone. Um, and just Korean bullying is so bad, like cyberbullying. Uh, and just whenever I'm on like K-pop TikTok, it's like, oh my God, like why does she, like why is the belly fat on her like bottom? Like it's just like it gets crazy. It's super bad. And what's worse is that all those like it's not even feedback, it's just like people posting shit. All that gets back to the companies and they're like, wait, like these people really love like certain figures and like certain face types and how these people act. And then that gets reinforced. It becomes like a company policy basically, and that gets reinforced to the idols. And then it's like just a continuous toxic cycle of like exploiting these, like young girls and boys. And it's just so bad because all these people, all these like, younger generations that all they want to do is just like perform and sing and all that. And I feel like eventually it just becomes like this toxic cycle and like fuck dude, I love their songs, but every time I listen now, I'm just like in the back of my head, I'm just like these people are being exploited like every second of their lives. And it's just unfortunate. It's I don't know if any change will happen. There's always like constant like court cases, but then again, like the Korean like justice system is really bad. Um, like I don't know if you heard, but like a lot of like sexual cases, the worst like someone could get is like maybe 5 years, and then they're just completely free. Um, and it's funny because you would think that's like something that would completely cancel them out of the culture. But scandals are so big in Korea, like for idols, like, if they are caught like having relationship with someone, they just get fucking death threats. I don't know why, but they do.
Yeah, status is a big thing in Korea, right?
Yeah, like it's a super elitist society, which is I'm glad I'm not fucking there anymore. Yeah, elitism is so crazy in Korea, and I think it's mainly because of like there's not enough of anything and there's just so much competition and it's such a high pressure society. But what was I saying? But yeah, like just those scandals, like girlfriend, and then like smoking weed is like a big thing. That is more like crucified versus like someone who's like a child predator, which is fucking crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that, and then like yeah, and then I see that all on TikTok. It just sucks. Every time I see it, I'm like, I'm not interested. But then I click on it, look at the comments, I get pissed off, I go back to work. Happens every time. Oh, I hate it so much, but
Yeah, it's crazy that like it ruins a career, like
it
those
does.
little scandals. Because there
No, it
was
really
that
does.
one, there was a girl that I think, an actress, that I remember seeing the article that she passed away. Um, uh, that there was a DUI that ended up happening. She
Yeah,
crashed a car,
she had a
or she didn't crash
DUI,
a car.
and then she got
Um,
bullied by
yeah,
those guys, those people, anonymous people, and
yeah,
then she took her
and there was
life in her
like,
apartment.
yeah, property damage or something like that. Like she was the passenger, right? And like the person that was driving, and she took
Yeah,
the blame or something like that. They made her take the blame, and then
she literally changed her name after she did community service for like 4 or 5 years or something, and still that's what I'm saying, like why is that being highlighted and not all the like fucking actual scummy crimes that people do and get away with in 5 years.
yeah,
It's something with like Asian countries. I don't know if it applies to like a lot of Asian countries, but I know in like Korea and Japan, like like sexual crimes are not taken super seriously. I don't know
That's
why.
crazy.
They oftentimes just get away with it, and then you see someone fucking smoking. It's a fucking death. It's like a death penalty. I know there's a big like OG K-pop band called Big Bang, and they had a leader. His name was Top, and he
Oh, he's
got
in Squid Games, right?
he got caught. I think he was like addicted. I don't think he was addicted to weed, but he got caught like tampering with like marijuana and alcohol, and then he like over time like got super addicted, and I think he like also attempted to take his own life, and then it became like a big scandal. And like dude just like he just kept getting canceled. He moved countries like, and now he's like finally showing up like 10 years later in Squid Game. But I'm like, yeah, that should just it just ruined someone's life forever. And then like you look at like fucking, you know, the Western culture. Someone smokes weed, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's just cancel culture in Korea is horrendous. And yeah, I fucking hate it, dude. That triggers me. That triggers me.
I can see how that's triggering. Because yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
just it's not fair. But
yeah. So K-pop sucks, but it's also the greatest thing that's ever been made. So that's
the
just
music is great.
the music is great. The system is pretty bad.
Yeah, you said you were talking about that, and this morning we went to the Asian market, um, called the Aussie market, and it's crazy to think about. Like, I took a nap afterwards because I woke up at like nine o'clock, but went to bed at like 3:30. So it's like I kind of woke up still tired,
Damn,
and then
dude.
I took a nap, and I literally, as I was waking up and opening my eyes, I thought it was the next day.
That
But it
was
was
Sunday.
it was 5:50.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of like there's those like Pocky, like pretzel sticks, but
Yeah.
it's not necessarily called Pocky. It has a different name. It's like
Is it in
it's like
Korean?
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
ASSOEP or something. I don't.
Okay.
I'm probably not seeing the right name, but
Right.
yeah. Um, which I should have grabbed some, man. We went to this Paris baguette that's right next to the Aussie market, and we tried a whole
You
bunch of
guys
different
have
stuff.
Paris baguette there? Damn.
Yeah, it just opened up like 2 weeks ago there.
Yeah, it's good.
Um,
Fucking expensive though.
yeah, we got a bunch of different things for like $40. Um, yeah, we got that stuff and we ate, and then we went to go shop, and I was looking forward to getting some Korean chicken wings, and it's like my body was so full from it that I was like, oh, I don't need this anymore. I don't. I
You should have
want to
got
have
some,
it, but
dude.
I don't need it, and I should have,
Yeah.
and I didn't, and I was pissed. But anyway, also didn't get snacks because I was like, oh, I don't want any snacks because my body wasn't feeling it. But yeah, I should have grabbed some of those. But yeah, it was just full of new jeans. Like the picture
Oh, really?
on those things, yeah, big boxes, and it was just new jeans, and I was just like,
Huh.
oh, new jeans. But everywhere I kept walking, there was like little displays, and there was just a bunch of other faces.
I'm surprised they're being promoted because they're going through their whole shit right now.
Oh, are they?
Well, they left their company, and now they're their own individual thing. So they're not supposed to represent as anything because New Jeans it's not their property.
Oh,
Because New Jeans it's the Hybe HYBE. That's the company's brand.
oh.
I'm just surprised you saw them in the wild.
Yeah, it's the first time I saw it. Maybe it was just like old
Maybe it's just
product
an
that they
old
had to get
product.
out.
Yeah,
Um,
that makes sense. They probably still have like deals that's still going on under New Jeans.
oh yeah, it's Pepero,
Oh,
Peparo.
yeah, Pepero. That's like it's another version of Pocky. I like it way better because they have more stuff on it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
that's
I
good.
got cookies and cream last time.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
They have the almond one, I think.
Yeah,
They have a lot of good ones.
this is the picture that I saw. Yeah, I had to look it up. But oh, I got Sunday.
Oh, you got Sunda. How was it?
I tried it for the first time. Oh, I had cut a little piece. We still have it here. We're gonna have it with rice and like an egg. We're gonna like,
Okay.
but it was good. Good.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was very peppery.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, Sundae's so good. Ah.
Yeah, we got a pound of it.
Yeah. It's difficult to recommend it to someone who doesn't know like Korean food because conceptually it doesn't sound very good. But
If you just say sausage, if you say it's a blood
yeah, just
sausage, then
say
it's like,
yeah. But when they hear blood and like
yeah,
they're like,
that's
well,
the part that
what?
you don't want to.
What is like? I mean, it's like pig intestines and like fucking. I'm
Yeah,
like
because there's
nah.
a
I'm like
soup that my fiance
yeah,
has called diniguan, and it's like a blood stew, like pork blood stew.
yeah,
And when she told me about it, I was like, I never want to have that ever. Like, don't ever
yeah.
bring that to me.
No, that's a
um,
really popular thing. Like, there's like this dish called or soup called bumboe, and it's like pig blood cubes, and apparently it's really good. Like I said, conceptually, it sounds gross, but
yeah,
I feel like once you have it, it's very different. You just got to get the idea out of your head,
I
which is
just
like,
figured it's gonna
which is
taste like
really tough.
metallic-y and like
Yeah,
put me like,
that's why I was saying. Yeah, there's a similar thing in Korea too. It's just like my grandma loves it because she grew up eating it, and I'm
mhm,
like, I don't know. I don't think I could try it.
yeah. Damn, you're using that whole pig. Like you're not letting any of that go to waste. Like,
Yeah,
damn. Yeah, we're gonna have that later today, and if not, we have it for tomorrow.
it's
Seven
really super
thirty.
good.
Um,
Mm, damn.
got that because yeah, the market that we go to, we don't go to it a lot because it's like 40 minutes away.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's a Korean-owned supermarket.
damn. I gotta fucking go there. Yeah. Have you tried the Paris spaghetti place?
Yeah, yeah, we went this morning. So I got
Did you
this.
guys get it?
We got a. It's fucking messy. First off, before I
Yeah.
get into it, but yeah, there's a little croissant. I think it's a croissant. I don't know. It's a pastry, and like it had like Nutella on top, and then on the
Like
inside it had
circular.
Nutella. Yeah, it's like this.
Yeah, that's
This.
like the viral
Um,
shit.
yeah, there was that. We had that one. There was a hash brown like roll, to where it was like bread, and then there was like a hash brown, and like I think there was like
Okay.
egg and cheese and like
Yeah.
ketchup drizzle on it.
Yeah, we love that shit.
Um, that was good. I also got a little pizza
Hmm.
pastry, which the sauce was great on the pizza. But it's like as you like would eat it, there was like nothing there. It's like he was like,
No, yeah, that's the most Korean pizza breads.
yeah,
It's very mild.
and yeah, there was that one. What else did we get? I tried a sausage, a little wrap sausage,
Yep.
which is pretty
Classic.
much close to a kolache from Texas. If the bread was more fluffy and flaky.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
then there was a almond croissant that she wanted to try,
Those are good.
and God, it felt like it was so long ago, but it was literally this morning.
And
Don't take naps.
y'all tried a lot of shit.
Yeah. She got a sandwich from like the little deli section. A lot of the stuff would be better heated up. We didn't know if they could heat it up for us or not, and
Yeah,
so
they
some of the
could.
stuff was still kind of just like,
Yeah.
um,
Anything refrigerated, I think you can just bring it up to the front and they can do it. I'm surprised they didn't like ask you.
yeah. The guy didn't ask, but they were busy. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah.
We didn't get a coffee.
No coffee. Yeah, it's fine. They're not known for their coffee.
Um, because they're sponsored by some Lavazza or something like that. Lavazza.
Yeah.
So you know Paris Baguette?
Yeah, it's I mean it's really popular in Korea and then they franchise over to
Oh,
America. Yeah, there's a recent one that opened up like 30 minutes away. I go every now and then. They have some good shit, but man, it's fucking expensive. It's like $5, $6 for a croissant. I'm like, oof. That's expensive, but it's good. Whenever I go there, I get like their mochi donut because they always have like different flavors. And that's really good. It's like chewy and sugary.
Yeah,
That's some good shit. Um, I haven't tried their deli section.
got a
I
lot of
figured,
stuff.
yeah,
It was like 46. There was also like a chocolate dipped croissant roll.
yeah,
Which wasn't that great, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff. It was only like $46.
damn. That in Canadian's like $80, dude. Um, I always find it funny because it's Paris baguette and there's no baguette.
Yeah,
You would think like when you walk in, that's the first thing you'd see, just fucking fresh baked baguette, and there's just no baguette.
yeah.
Uh,
We were walking up there, and she's like, "Did you see the menu?" And I was like, "No." Did you send it to me? She's like, "Yeah." I looked at my text message. She's like, "You didn't send it to me." She's like, "I did." We were like, "We're gonna go." We're like, "We should try Paris baguette beforehand." And I sent you the link, and I looked, and I was like, "There's no link." And I showed her my phone, and she's like, "Oh."
yeah,
But she looked up online. I was like, "It's called Paris baguette. Like, what are they gonna have?" And then they had a whole bunch of stuff. But
yeah, no baguette
having
though.
it, yeah, no, having it next to the Aussie market is pretty smart because like you go shopping or you go there and you go shopping afterwards, and then actually like so it's like Aussie market. So it's like Aussie market, and then it wraps around this way, and then the corner is Paris baguette. And if you keep going this way, there's a Korean barbecue.
Damn. Yeah, no, our setup is similar. We have a Costco, and then we have the Korean H Mart, like super big, and then right next to it is the Paris baguette.
Hmm.
So good spot.
Yeah,
You just hit all of them.
man, damn, yeah, there's an Asian market right next to the Costco.
Yeah,
That's smart.
yeah,
I think my fiance would love that. So there's times to where we got to get rice, and it's like the Asian market is the one that has the best rice.
they do. Fuck, I'm hungry now. Damn.
Damn, I wasn't hungry, and now it's like
Should have gotten
talking.
those chicken wings, bro. You fucked up.
Yeah,
That's gonna
because she
haunt
was
you
like,
for
what?
days.
She was like, well, it's okay, we can have it for dinner. And I was just like, they're gonna be like soggy-ish by then, you know. And it's just like,
You just gotta like ventilate it, make sure they're not closed. You can always reheat it too.
yeah,
Yeah. I guess that's why they tell you to never shop when you're hungry. And
no, you shot. Yeah, that's true.
you save money, dude. But at what cost of your enjoyment?
Yeah. My happiness.
Your happiness?
It's like I wanted to get more snacks because I got. So there's these little like choco balls that I got. It has a little baseball guy on it. I think it's from
Yeah.
Korea.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's super light. And I was
Mhm.
like, I could have like a whole box. Is like
Yeah.
one serving is 700 calories. And I'm just like, oh. And then there was
That's how they get you, dude.
I still have them. There's a bag that
Yeah.
has like dough with peanuts like crusted on it. It's like buttery dough.
Oh, I think I've seen those.
Yeah, I think that one's also a Korean one as well. Um, I got my apple juice. There's Korean apple juice that I really
Green
like.
apple just hits different, dude.
Yeah, and every time we go there, it's always sold out. It's always
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
But luckily enough, it was there. So
Yep.
I got three bottles. I mean, they're huge. They're like this big, like massive. And
Damn.
it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had those in a while. They're always good. Pear juice is always also good as well. Korean pear juice. Just it's a bunch of palate cleansers.
Mm. Yeah, we also got some Jello, lychee, and like it's like come in a little like pack and you drink it. It's funny because my fiance was drinking it and she's like, "Ah, I feel like it's just the K dramas," and it's like,
What the fuck?
Because she's like drinking, she's like, ah, and she's like, she's like, what? She's like 15 calories,
Oh
and then
my god.
yeah, and then we also have those like those little candies, the coffee ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The Kokoro or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, now I was like, I'm definitely in it, and it's just like refreshing. And then it's like, oh, I need a little pick me up, and she goes and.
Jesus. She's been watching too much K dramas.
Really, also
really,
watches
really do it do be like that.
because she doesn't have TikTok anymore. She watches Shao Hung Shu, and so which is Red Note.
Okay.
and so she watches that. So she has all like the Asian videos.
Has you watched the new K drama on Netflix? It's called Friendly Rivalry. Rivalry.
I don't think so.
It's
Not
like
yet.
one of the more progressive shows that Korea's made. There's like some like girl love,
Mm.
which is not a very popular thing in Korea.
Yeah, I want to finish. We started watching the first episode of it, but I want to finish Newtopia on Amazon. It has
Uh,
the girl from
YouTube.
Blackpink,
Oh shit, which one?
Jin Ji Jo Soo.
Jisoo?
Yeah, her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it
Oh
was
shit.
Jinsu or Jisoo, but yeah, her.
Oh yeah,
That
my
one's a
parents
zombie
watched
one, and that
this.
one,
Yeah.
it's funny because
It's
it's
like a
like,
comedy, right?
yeah, kind of, yeah, yeah. It's like what would actually happen in a zombie apocalypse kind of
Yeah.
situation. And so,
Damn.
and because yeah, they make fun of it in the trailer. There's that because there's always those scenes in K dramas where it's like they're driving, right, and they're driving on the road, and then like the guy like looks at the girl, and he's just like, he stares longingly as he's driving, and she like looks, and then
Yeah.
boom, they hit somebody.
Oh fuck. And it's a zombie.
Yeah, it's a zombie and like
Oh my god.
busts through the thing, and she has like an eyeball stuck on her or something like that. But
Gross.
um, it's funny because like in K dramas they do that and nothing ever happens to them. It's just
Yeah, it's like the cliche shit, like the slow mos and like they fucking trip and you catch them and you're like four different shots of the same angle. You
yeah,
replay four
super
different
close.
times and they
Yeah,
cliffhanger. And then you see
yeah,
the sponsors. That's always so funny.
okay, because they're
Sponsored
free
by
frames, right? It's like sponsored,
yeah.
and then you watch the next episode and it's the exact same scene again,
Yeah.
real
Like I
quick.
just watched this. They always do it. They drag that shit out and people love it.
Yeah.
Uh
What
damn.
else did we get? Oh, also got some more of that bulldog ramen.
Good
How do you
shit.
pronounce it again? It's the noodles. It starts with a J.
Oh, jjajangmyeon?
Yeah, yeah, that one.
The black bean the
You
black
said it
bean
so
noodles.
fucking fast. Yeah, yeah,
Black bean
that
noodles,
one.
yeah, those are fire. You got the bulldog version? Yeah, those are good.
Yeah. So she bought a whole bunch of like bok choy and like all these different like veggies and stuff like that. And so
Oh
she's
yeah.
gonna like make them into like because we've also bought a like a vacuum sealer. Um,
Damn.
and so she's gonna like make little packets of like
Hmm.
veggies and also like sliced meat and put them in there. And so that way, whenever we make ramen, we can just cut it open, put it in there, and like have the heat cook the meat, and then just like
Yeah.
have ramen.
Good dude.
It's very spicy though. That those noodles, the black bean noodles, spicy as fuck.
That kicks you in the throat. I always get a stomach ache after. Or the morning after. Ah, what else been going on? I had my birthday. I didn't yeah, we
How
didn't
was it?
record after my birthday. Oh, it was good. I mean yeah, I mean, we went to a Korean barbecue spot that renovated, and they gave us a free Sprite because my mom was like, "It's my son's birthday." I'm like, "Huh?" And they gave us free Sprite. I mean, it was good. It was like pretty decent Korean barbecue. Kind of blew the expectations that I had, so we might go back there a few more times. And then yeah, we went bowling, and that was it. And for my birthday, fuck, dude. I decided to treat myself, and I got a electric scooter.
Oh,
Um, that shit was expensive, dude. I had to do a payment plan. I'm not gonna lie with you, because they're like, it was like $700 up front. Um, like there's just no way I can shell out them $700 right now, even with like the birthday money and all that. So it's like an 18-month plan with zero interest rate. So I'm basically just
for how
slowly
long
paying it
though?
off. Well, until I'm done paying it off.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
okay.
so yeah, because like it's depending on your credit score, I guess. And yeah, I got approved. I'm like, well, fuck it, dude. Um, Yeah, it's nice. I've been going out like every day. I think I've hit like 100 kilometers, which is like 80, 80 miles ish this
Is it one that
week.
you stand on,
Yeah,
or do
so
you
they
sit on
sta-
it?
it's just like a scooter, like a regular scooter, but it's like motorized. Um, yeah, it's fucking fast, dude. I just
Yeah.
ride it to go check Pokemon cards. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to drive just to check Pokemon cards, and then with this thing, I can just like I can hit all the stores without having to like I can park and get out, and so it's nice.
How long
I
does the
do
battery last?
so it's 50. It's a 50-kilometer range, but it never lasts 50 kilometers. Realistically, if I go like two-thirds of the full throttle, which is like 20, I think it's like 16 miles per hour. Um, it lasts like it lasts like 2 hours. So I can go like I'm trying to do this in miles. Like 30, no, not 30. Like 25 miles
Hmm.
on a full charge.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I can get around decently. And it's always scary zooming past dogs because I don't know if they're gonna jump out and I'm gonna eat shit. So I always have to get off my scooter.
Yeah.
And all the bike lanes or all the bike paths, because we don't have a bike lane.
Hmm.
Um, so all the bike paths, they're just always walking their fucking dog. And I'm like, God, I gotta stop like every 5 seconds because there's always a dog next to me. I'm like, I'm not gonna risk it. Like,
Yeah.
because a lot of dogs here are reactive, and I've heard horror stories of people crashing on their scooters, even at like 20 miles per hour. Because just like the way you're positioned, I heard when you get into a crash, it's just bad. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not taking my chances.
Yeah. My fiance wants me to get one so I can just go to work. Like, um,
It's nice commuting. Like I think if I was like living in a city, like at Central City, it would just be nice. Like you
yeah.
wouldn't need to drive at all. But I live so far away from the main city, so
That's cool. Anything
yeah.
else besides the
I
scooter?
mean, no, my
Did you work that
girlfriend.
day?
I did. I can't take days off, dude. Because like, if my employer doesn't take days off, I can take days off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. But
And what were you saying about Becca?
um, she just got me a bunch of like protective gear because she didn't want me to die.
Oh, that's good.
I was like, I'm gonna need some gloves. I'm gonna need a helmet, probably a phone holder, and like a fucking titanium lock because I'm so scared that it's gonna get stolen.
Does it collapse? Is it collapsible and you can like
It's
take it with you?
collapsible, but it's like so fucking heavy. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna carry this while I'm going shopping or something.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
It makes me wonder, like, would I just take it into like work if I were to like get one?
Yeah, that's what most people do. They collapse and then they charge it at work, and then they go back home. I guess it depends on where you work and like if they would
Yeah.
allow that. But I think most areas do. Because when I go to work and I go into offices, they always have bikes there. I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, that's what people do.
So how do you lock it? I'm trying to think. Is it
Um,
just like around the?
I do it on the stem
Yeah. Yeah.
and just on whatever is there. And I sometimes people do like tire locks, but my tires aren't like it's just like a solid thing, so I can't tire lock it. The only thing that they give you like within the system is like they do give you um like motor tire lock, so like when you lock it, you can't like drive away. I mean, they can just fucking take it, so that doesn't really. They say anti-theft. I'm like, well, they could just fucking pick it up and take it away. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
um, and like, yeah, it's locked by the app, but like, I'm sure like whoever's stealing it could probably just unlock it somehow.
What's the brand?
So it's called New NIU, and I got the KQi3 Pro. It's like the budget, quote unquote budget.
Oh, you can save 25% right now. You can get it for $469.
Yeah, I got it on sale.
You really? It's like $630. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Without the sale, that shit goes to 1,000.
I forgot it.
Yeah, Canadian is kind of fucked, but
Dude, the main question I just have is like, what is the weight on it? You know what I mean?
so the max weight on that thing is 180. Hold on, I gotta do this in
pounds.
yeah.
Wait, what do you guys weigh in?
180 kilograms.
You guys
Max
weigh in
is
kilograms?
yeah, max is 400 pounds.
Oh.
I think. Hold on.
Oh, this one max rider weight is 265.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm pulling numbers out of my ass. I saw it. I guess I saw it somewhere, but
I could not ride this actually.
you just gotta find the one that you can.
Yeah. I'm just scared to be able to ride one of these. I gotta like cross the highway. Not necessarily the highway, it's like the main road. It's called street road.
Yeah.
Weird.
What? You just gotta be conscious of when you're going. I swear, ever since I started riding my scooter, like cars don't respect me as much. Even though I'm technically still like half of a pedestrian, because like they should treat me as just the regular biker, but they don't. They don't courtesy stop. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then whenever I go across the street, they honk at me. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is there like some predisposition thing about scooters in Calgary?
That's funny. That sucks, but it's funny.
Yeah. And we have like a speed cap in the city of 25. I'm like, when no one's there, I'm fucking max throttling that shit.
Man.
Yeah. And the fastest I can go is like 32 kilometers per hour, which is like 20 miles. Which is still enough to die.
Would you ride an e-bike?
I would.
Like if you had the ability to get it, would you get the e-bike instead of a scooter?
Oh, yeah. Because it's way better mileage. You feel safer. You're sitting the whole time. Way better suspensions. Because like,
you don't have to pedal, right?
Yeah, no, you don't. But like when I ride my scooter for more than 2 hours, my legs are shaking because like my legs are absorbing all the shock or half of the shock, and my arms too, and my fucking neck. Everything fucking hurts after.
I feel like that scooter probably wouldn't help my back, to be honest.
No. But if you live in a busy place, don't gotta wait for traffic.
Yeah.
And you get to feel the wind. You feel like you're touching grass.
You get to go outside. Oh, swappable batteries on this bike. Anyway, well, that's cool. I never really knew anyone who had a scooter, but now that you have one.
Yeah, I was wanting one, though. I'm like, it's always been out of my reach because it's so expensive. And then I saw that you could do like a plan. Like, what? I'll fucking do it.
So you just ordered it online and it was delivered?
Yeah, I ordered it on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And it was so fucking. It was like a huge box. I could barely fit it through my door.
You had to assemble it all together?
It's barely an assembly. All you have to do is like attach the handlebar. It takes like maybe like 10, 15 minutes. But yeah, the one that I got, it's built like a tank. It's super durable. I know it's like this one for this price range is this one, and Segway is like the two big top dogs for like budget commute. So if you're ever looking, Segway I heard was also very good. Why is it snowing?
Snowing?
Yeah, dude. Let me take a video.
We saw your porn, dude.
Fuck, dude, my porn.
Oh, I can see it.
You can see it, right?
Dang. Why is it snowing? April.
It's fucking Canada, dude. Why wouldn't it be snowing? We have the most bipolar weather.
I see that, yeah. Okay.
God, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
You have to go to work tomorrow?
Yeah, it's like worse going to work when it's snowing because everything's dirty as fuck. No one bothers to fucking wash their feet at the little
Oh, yeah.
and just stomp their dirty ass boots. Fuck. Whatever.
But yeah, I think that's all I have, to be honest.
That's it for me. I'm cooked. That K-pop shit drained me emotionally.
Yeah, I can see it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I feel we should have a better outro, to be honest. Wah, wah, wah.
We should have Ali a outro.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, really? Damn,
I know
that was such a big
Fortnite,
meme.
Fortnite.
His intro and outro is such a big meme.
Yeah, I wasn't really big on watching YouTube, YouTube videos, so.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for talking.
GG's chat.
GG's. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube,
listening.
Hit that like, subscribe, leave a comment. And if you're listening to the podcast on some other platform, if it leaves a review, leave it. If it leaves a thumbs up, give that as well. See y'all in next couple weeks.
Next couple weeks or next week.
Bye.
Bye.